Hello, students in Management 339. This is Professor Popley again, and this is a short video to help you complete the business gap analysis assignment that was created for this week. This document that I'm going to go through with you is posted in D2L, so you will have you can refer to it again. But I'm just going to walk through the highlights of this document and show you how it applies to the assignment. So a gap analysis, again, is a comparison of actual performance with potential or desired performance. We usually talk about this in terms of the current state and what the future state is that we want to achieve. So you're comparing the two states. I'm going to go through this and come down to this point. It can be used in many areas of a business where a change is needed, such as where sales need to be changed, financial performance, human resources, productivity, quality assurance, cross-control, employee satisfaction, energy conservation, competitiveness in the market, management skills. Any of these topics can be, you can look at the current state and say, how are we doing in this current state? And how do we need to change in the future to achieve our goals? So rather than go through these, I'm going to go through the key components now of how you will fill out the spreadsheet or the table that was given to you to describe your gap analysis. And you're going to be doing this on the problems that Spectrum Sunglasses is having. So you're going to read the foreground reading that is posted in your folder, and you're going to apply this gap analysis to that situation that you'll be reading about there. So step one, you'll decide what areas of the business that you're going to have the analysis on. So what is the challenge that you want to tackle? For instance, are you going to look at revenue or profitability? Are you going to look at market share? Are you going to talk about the product? Are you going to talk about cost control or employee performance? These are not the only topics that you can do, but these are some of the common ones that you would see. Step two is to define your current state. So it means looking at the information that's been provided about Spectrum Sunglasses and being able to analyze what's going on there and figure out what areas are currently an issue for that organization. So you're looking all the attributes that need to be improved. So and the best thing is to define it quantitatively if possible, getting, what is the actual numbers associated with the current state. The more specific, measurable, and factual you can be here, the better your chances of identifying a weakness. Step three is to identify where you'd like to be over a specific time frame. What's the future state? This can be very specific. It can be like increase orders to X amount or improve employee morale from X% satisfaction to a higher percentage satisfaction. So you would record what these improved or idealized attributes would be in your future state. Then, what's in the gap? So now you've said where you are, you've said where you want to go. This is there something that's causing this or making it difficult to get to this future state? The gaps should describe the elements that make up the gap. So you're identifying and describing what the problem is. Maybe the problem is, okay, our sales are low. We need to increase our sales. So the gap is we don't have enough sales people to handle the number of potential customers. Maybe we have the wrong strategy. So the gap would be we're not targeting all the right customers. We need to change our strategy. So that's what a gap description is about. Step 5 is how would you fill that gap? So this is the final thing. So what can we change? So as I said, maybe We decided the gap was too few salespeople. The way you would fill the gap is hire more salespeople. Or if it was that we have the wrong strategy, then maybe the way to do this, the way you're filling the gap is to analyze the market and revise our target strategy. So the idea is to be specific and as objective and relevant and complete as you possibly can, so that what you come up with as a remedy is really an action plan for you. So finally, you'll have remedies that are action plans and proposals. So let me show you. Here's some techniques and messages: manpower, methods, metrics, machines, materials, minutes, time you need. Let me show you an example here of completed chart. This will give you maybe a better idea how you will go about project. So I'm going to move this up just a little. Here we go. So what's the current state? You can see that right here. We're at 10 million in revenue. The future state, we want to be at 25 million per year in 3 years. It's good to have a time frame. Did you identify the gap? What is the gap? It's 15 million a year. What are the reasons for the gap? Sales personnel are not proficient with latest tools. They're flawed processing of orders. So you're identifying what's going wrong that's keeping you from filling the gap. Remedial action might be training, might be changing a process. So that's an example. Here's another one: profitability. We're at your current, you want to be at 8%. Right now you're averaging 8% on sales. Your future state is 8%. So there's no gap here. So you don't need to do anything. Here's another one: employee morale. Maybe you have some data that shows there's high turnover, or people are showing dissatisfaction through surveys or something like that. So we need to enhance employee morale. We've said, yes, this is a gap. What's this cause? Lack of clarity in HR policy. What are some factors that might be causing this lack of clarity? Outdated HR manual. What's the remedy? Update the manual. Here's a final one: product features and functionalities. Maybe our product doesn't have the right functionalities that our customers want. So what have we said? The future state, we need to improve our functionality by the same time next year. That's our future state we're going for. The gap is, there is a gap. What is the description? Our product doesn't have any uniqueness in its features and functionalities. It's making it hard to market this product. So what are the factors leading to this? Well, it's a new product. So we haven't built out all of the features and functionalities we ultimately will need. So what's your remedial plan? Conduct a review among customers and improve the product based on the same. So here is a schematic that shows your process. And again, this document is available on D2L for you to refer to, and the example when trying to complete your field. So that's it. I'm just going to go that far and give you a little overview, a little taste of this. Again, if you need anything else, you can contact me if you have any other questions. Hopefully this made sense and will be helpful.